me see that. The freaking turn down like this, you gotta have like this, or whatever. I know this changes. What are you doing? Just in case you're wondering. Psy0ps agent. Well, you know, Psy0ps agent. Whatever. I had another set, but they got misplaced. And besides, the guy didn't make them right. I like it how it's, you know, the line there. Aligned on the right. He tried to, like, I was like, make them exactly the same and lined on the right. And then he was like, oh, I'm going to line it over here because it might look better. I said, no. This problem, merchants, when I order a hot dog, tell you I want it cooked, you know, medium well. Then you cook it medium well, you don't give it to me like rare. What the fuck is that, man? Jesus. Okay, so how are we going to do this? We'll turn that around. So somebody was talking here. Somebody's posting a story or something about some news agencies. What are they anyways, really? Failed to report scandal, child sex abuse scandal to the police. Oh boy. Wow. Oh wow. Jeez, man. So I just won't even, because I was going to post it. I thought about posting a comment, and I thought, I don't know, let me check the comments. And sure enough, people are always, they're posting comments. So somebody is talking about the corporate media, not news agencies, they're propaganda agencies. Oh, somebody made a comment like that. What does that mean? What is define propaganda? See, that's, I got a new game I'm going to play, Define. I got a Q-tip game, a Define game, a merchant caravan snake oil salesman for assholes game, a pull-string doll, a sweater, so you can, a Psy0ps sweater, so you too can have the feeling of pulling the wool over your own eyes. Back scratcher, and a pack of banana seeds and another pack of corn seeds, I guess, in my primate survival kit. And you can get a Jesus reptilian, whatever, flying spaghetti monster. You know, they gotta come on. That's not a cute. He's not cute. A fucking ball of fucking spaghetti with meatballs hanging out. Noodly appendages. That's not cute and cuddly. Gonna have like a cuddly little Jesus reptilian kind of whatever. God doll. Hey, could you imagine? Somebody makes a fucking voodoo doll of God. Just fucking stab it. I don't know, dude. Settle down. It's fucking wicked. Okay, so, by the way, it's adult language, so if you can't handle it. I got to that later, so let me not spoil the fun here. So somebody makes a comment that my MSM equals propaganda wing of the Democratic Party. It's that false dichotomy crap again. Can you hear me? Is this thing on? The false dichotomy stuff. You know about that? And besides, if you studied anything, you might learn something about that. There. Like the whatever. Okay, Antifa equals the military wing of the Democratic Party. This guy's obviously got an issue with the Democratic Party because it goes on for 4 things. There's a name of some guy. Everybody's like using some of the guy's name. SORO something. Reminds me of something else. That name. And then it is a financial wing of the Hubajaba Party. And Lucifer equals religious wing of the Hubajaba Party. So that's the weird thing. His name is kind of weird too. Kind of seems like he's mocking something and refers to himself as a type of flying spaghetti monster church deal. You know what? I think the Flying Spaghetti Monster is an anti-flat earther. I mean, seriously, wouldn't a flat meatball be a pizza? You put it on bread. I don't know. Okay, listen. So this guy, obviously, this is the kind of deal. Just pretend my name is Psy0ps Agent. I'm playing the role of the Avatar, Psy0ps Agent, the Foxhole, reporting from the Foxhole, rather. Hi, this is your friendly neighborhood Psy0ps Agent reporting from the Foxhole. All hail Stan Lee. All hail the House of L. Enough said. So this Antifa, I don't know, I don't really care about these things. So I go look it up and it's just anti-fascist. Like, whoa, that's a bad thing? Apparently not. Apparently it means something different. I don't really care what it means. It's one of those politics things or something. And politics is really, like, I think, my opinion, you gotta look up the definition. I could do that, but I don't want to waste time right now. But to me, everything else is just a show, and it's some kind of fake debate. It's not a real debate. It's not a real contract and stuff like that. It's all deceptive, blah, blah, blah. And so it's like one of the politics. Ew, I hate even saying that word. It's so creepy. It's like, it's just like, how does the water fucking treatment plant work? Where does the poo go when you flush the toilet? You know, how do you manage a city and get the trucks delivering your products? You know, where's the toilet paper come from? You know, commerce and contract and that's they just take care of that shit. You know, with the angle of the fucking highway as your cars are curving around at the relative speed, just right, like Goldilocks. So smart people do that shit. Not the fucking ghosts and goblins and the aliens, man. Aliens built the highways, dude. Fucking my iPad was made by my iPod. Made by fucking demons. Ghosts. So I commented to Buddy here. Sorry about the noise here. I was muddling around. I was like, hey there, excuse me. Hi, my name is Psy0ps Agent. While the first one sounds interesting, and you are right about being biased about democracies, all through time, degrading into tyrannies, speaking of time, why don't we just take a moment to have an interlude here? And no copyright infringement intended. Like, seriously, this is for information, educational purposes. This is freedom of... Psy0ps Agent's got his watch on. You know? So they're going to nail me now. They're going to be like, oh, our artificial intelligence computer system that works like a Ferengi just noticed. Just gotta listen here for a second. Is this the 50s or 2009? All I wanted to do was play my guitar and sing. So take me away, I don't mind, but you better promise me I'll be back in time. I'm just saying, well. Being up from the background. See, I don't know about this yet. Lightning never strikes twice. I kind of think that might be wrong. Please don't hurry. I don't want to be late again. So take me away. I don't mind, but you better promise me we'll be back in time. Okay, so we had a nice little strange interlude there. All through time, degrading into tyrannies. I would say the second one seems to be pro-fascist. And as someone apparently said, soldiers are pawns to be used in the execution of foreign policy. But hey, monkey see, monkey do, says Psy0ps. And besides, you know, the military wing, Psy0ps, that's why I said that. Monkey see, monkey do, Psy0ps. Anyways, the financial dude you mentioned, and I try not to, I try to keep some names out because it's like summoning a summoning spell or some shit like that. Not that crap like that is real, but ... Let me just look that up. Ellipses. Omission. Falling short. You know, because I was watching an episode of some show once, and the guy was reading something, and he went ... and then somebody was like, did he really just say ... It really means that the general populace, the unwashed masses, the profane masses, the state of mind of the mob mentality, simply thinks that nerds ain't cool, even though they rule the world, and I spelled world W-H-I-R-L-E-D, and they won't go to the library, read a bank manual, the bank act of their local primate culture, use the World Wide Web, I put in brackets, World Wide Spider Web, to look up information, as if they, in brackets, as if they had the capability to sort through the quote-unquote peer reviews, brackets, snowflake dig there, my bad. Oh, and by the way, have you noticed that almost every country has a bank? Wow, huh? And that all banks seem to function the same? Ooh, I don't know. There's a giant toilets and fridges have invaded all your nations. Ooh, I wonder if there's something there, and I wonder if there's something that, you know, if you gotta cast a spell, you gotta kind of do it right. So let's try that again. Take whatever. Ooh, and I wonder if there is something there, as in every country that has a bank is on the... Oh, jeez. I spoiled it again. Let's try again. Whoa. I wonder if there is something there, as in every country that has a bank is a bitch on a payroll. One never knows. And the last one. Lucifer. The religious wing of the... You know, I was watching this comedy show last week, and they were talking about some guy that tried to sue, so-and-so, John Hancock versus the United States government and Satan, or something like that. And then the court determined that since Satan didn't have an address, he couldn't be summoned to court. That's funny. Summoned to court. I don't think they said that. He couldn't be located. I should have put that comment in there. My one little joke to toss in. So they couldn't contact him, so he, case dismissed or something like that. Not to mention the fact that the guy might be... let's try that again. And the last one, Lucifer. To me, that's L-U cipher, or pi code. L is a fallen angle, a 7, fallen angel, fallen angle, Angus L. Bull God kind of deal. That's what just goes through my head. L-U cipher. And L is a fallen angle of 7, and the U is the 22. 22 divided by 7 is the Egyptian equivalent of pi. Here, let's try that out. Look, it's got every number but. 3.14285,714. Pi code, yeah. 3.1415. And just like the word Satan, which apparently is, pi, if the S is a 3, the A is a 1, the T is a 4, the A is a 1, and the N is a 5, too. If this is true, that's one big mother freaking word. If this is true, what could it mean? If you believe in such a fictional entity, that might be a sign of parapsychological thinking, or the simple belief in fairies, which is probably wrong. A little bit delusional. But, understandable since we're a mythological, what's that? Autistic kind of metaphorical images and colors in your head. Like if I say giraffe, you can think of a giraffe in your mind. Boom. Which is, I think, belief in the fairies is kind of strange. Or to put it in street terms, fucked up. Now, the old pentagram with a goat in the middle is the scapegoat. The one to blame as in the devil made me do it. The one to blame is in the devil made me do it. In those little quotes. Which is an invalid argument. Our closest relative is the bonobo chimp. And these mofos are just dirty cunt monkeys. Oh, wow. Oh my freaking goodness. Wash my mouth out with soap. I am so sorry. I hope you all can handle adult language. Otherwise, please consult your mommy and daddy. So if there are no gods, if there is no God and there are no gods, then the educated elites know this, perhaps, and simply act as psychotic deviant primates in a bit of a private social club, and they don't care what the peasants think. That old divine authority game I heard recently. Now that would mean the good people of the earth would have to wake the fuck up, and they ain't even close to being woke, in quotes. Ooh, creepy. They did it again, another one of those snowflake terms for the monkeys. Yeah, I know, apes. Apes. I know we're apes. We're an ape species. To sound cool around the water cooler. I want to sound cool by saying, like, boomer, woke, and fucking snowflake and shit like that all the time. Because I think they know stuff. Because, you know, that's the, let me try to go back in time. Let me try, what is it? Because say, the trivium and the quadrivium, and, there's so many more, right? Little taglines. And, where are we here? You want to sound cool around water? They would have to act from a sense of duty and get their shit under control and stuff like that. But, bloody blah, blah, blah. This is yet an interesting and somewhat valid story, but it misses all the other things that I touched on, and is, after all, one of those shocking snowflake carrots to be dangled in front of the donkeys to get them to get all riled up over their morning coffee so they can go ook ook and, chirp amongst themselves. Something to do, you know. We all know that the only crimes are solved by Scooby-Doo, Inspector Gadget, Batman in his actual role as a detective, Sherlock Holmes, Columbo, Gibbs, and the like, but hardly ever by a dog, meter maid, Roman soldier, stormtrooper, or cop. Darn. Oh shit, my bias is showing there, I'm sorry. No, it's an honorable profession of a sort, and, you know, in a Aaron Brockovich, Serpico, Houdini kind of way. But holy crap, do I digress into loquaciousness? The point is, as well as not studying a bank manual, the civilians, in quotes, as we shall call them, don't know who Joseph Campbell is, or Christopher Hitchens is, or Lucretius, or about L, or much, really. It's not their fault. The dog is only as good as the master. Just a bunch of superstitious primates. Man, I wonder why I'm not a bad guy, because crime really does pay. And huge, apparently. There I go again. Astronomy, science, math, and evolution forbid the media or the Grand Poobah / the Wizard of Ounces, Oz, ever reports. I should put that S there. Reports on the flying spaghetti monster. I wish I could use another reference there. Or teach / give the semi-castrated flat earth masses LSAT tests. Oh, when will the masses wake up and realize they are still in the Tesseract Matrix and that there is no silver spoon? Silver's in brackets, by the way. So that's a kind of a Tesseract reference, a Matrix reference. There is no Tesseract Matrix. Sorry. There is a Tesseract Matrix, perhaps. And when you unfold it, it's across the cubes, upon which I'm just digressing again here. Mankind, human species, Homo sapiens, seems to be prosecuted, flail the skin upon the cross of cubes and then fold it up into a tesseract, little mind matrix. And you gotta think outside the box, but they try to escape and they think they're woke, but they're just in another damn box. Because it's a tesseract. That's what I've been trying to say for years. Just can't get the fucking point across. Even if I do get the point across, there's some dirtbags and fucking trolls and the agents and the lions and tigers and bears, oh my. So they can't really wake up and realize that they're still in the Tesseract Matrix and there is no, in brackets, silver spoon. Yeah, there is no spoon. There's no silver spoon. Anyways, this has been a message, as I like to say, from your friendly neighborhood Psy0ps agent. And I would wish, as I tried to, cover the camera. What really happened there? That's my thumb. Can you believe that? That is my thumb. This camera is penetrating into my... How come... Oh, there we go. When I hold it towards the light shining through my thumb. That's my blood. I hope it's doing well. I got some kind of... wannabe mental soldier serum in there. As you think, so you are. Placebo effect. Hoping it'll do something better too, because somebody tried to do some nasty stuff, maybe even try to poison me or something. My blood got a little thick there. I had a massive wound. Big giant chunk of flesh was removed from my finger one time, like I mean a large chunk over the summer there, and it started bleeding a little bit, actually, not really profusely. You would think it would bleed profusely, but it just kind of bled a little. I pinched it off, of course, right away, and then I let go, and it ran out like a tap, but it dried. Okay, imagine I took my thumb off, a little pinched giant chunk of flesh that was missing, and the blood poured out like a tap when you turn the tap, just a little bit. When you turn the tap, so it's like a steady stream. So it was a steady stream of blood that came out, and it dry mid-air with a little dangling piece and a bulb of blood dropping right into it. Like, wow. Hear the music. I know people get into it, and then they'll start thinking, that'd be cool. Where are we going? See, I just added that right here, coming up here. Is this the 50s? All I wanted to do. Over and out.